By the end of this module, you will be able to 1. Describe the primary ways agriculture affects water quality and quantity. 2. Identify major pollutants from agricultural practices and their impacts. 3. Analyze the interplay between irrigation, runoff, and contamination. 4th, interpret water-related environmental indicators, e.g. BOD, COD, nitrate levels. 5. Evaluate policy frameworks and best practices for water conservation in agriculture. 6. Recommend integrated, sustainable, and technological solutions for mitigating agricultural water pollution. Water is one of the most vital natural resources for agricultural productivity and food security, accounting for nearly 70% of global freshwater withdrawals. However, agriculture is not only a major consumer of water, but also a major polluter of water resources. This module focuses on the complex interrelationship between agriculture and water systems, providing an in-depth understanding of how irrigation practices, runoff, agrochemical usage, and livestock operations affect the quality, quantity, and sustainability of global water resources. The module dives into hydrological cycles, types and sources of agricultural water pollution, the effects of unsustainable water use, and management frameworks for water conservation and pollution prevention. Special attention is given to non-point source pollution, eutrophication, nitrate contamination, heavy metal buildup, and the role of agrochemicals, fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides in degrading both surface and groundwater systems. Through advanced theoretical frameworks, real-world case studies, and policy analysis, you will examine how climate change, population pressure, and poor agricultural regulation intensify water resource challenges. The module will also explore integrated water resource management, IWRM, sustainable irrigation strategies, and agroecological approaches for reducing water contamination. 1. The agricultural water nexus. Overview of agricultural water demand. Irrigation, surface and groundwater, livestock water needs, aquaculture, and rain-fed farming. Water use efficiency versus water productivity in agriculture. Case examples: Nile Delta, Egypt, Punjab, India, and Central Valley, California, USA. Water pollution in agricultural landscapes. Point versus non-point source pollution. Dot. Point source, direct discharge from identifiable locations, e.g. animal feedlots, milk processing plants. Non-point source, diffuse contamination from surface runoff, leaching, and atmospheric deposition. Common pollutants: nitrates and phosphates from synthetic fertilizers and manure, pesticide residues, organochlorines, organophosphates, carbamates, neonicotinoids. Pathogens: E. coli, cryptosporidium from livestock waste. Heavy metals: cadmium, arsenic, lead, mercury from sewage sludge and agrochemical residues. Sediments from soil erosion carrying adsorbed pollutants. Environmental impacts of agricultural water contamination: eutrophication, algal blooms, oxygen depletion, fish kills in freshwater and coastal waters, e.g. Gulf of Mexico dead zone. Groundwater contamination, leaching of nitrates leading to blue baby syndrome, methemoglobinemia, and chronic diseases. Surface water quality decline, increased turbidity, decreased biodiversity, and loss of aquatic ecosystems. Bioaccumulation and biomagnification of pesticides in food chains. Irrigation and waterlogging challenges. Over-irrigation and flood irrigation systems leading to waterlogging, secondary salinization, loss of crop yields, contamination of aquifers, irrigation-induced soil erosion, impact of drip versus sprinkler versus traditional canal irrigation systems. Climate change and the hydrological cycle, increasing variability of rainfall patterns leading to drought-induced water scarcity, increased demand for irrigation, runoff intensity and flooding, feedback effects. Agriculture alters albedo and evapotranspiration, which further influences local rainfall. Integrated Water Resource Management, IWRM, Principles of IWRM: equity, efficiency, and environmental sustainability. Stakeholder involvement, watershed-level planning, and monitoring systems. Role of international conventions, e.g. UN Watercourses Convention, Ramsar Convention. National water policies and their agricultural links. Sustainable agricultural water practices, best management practices, BMPS. Nutrient budgeting and timing of fertilizer application, vegetative buffer zones along water bodies, conservation tillage, and no-till constructed wetlands and sediment traps, agroecological methods, colon period, polyculture and intercropping to reduce runoff, organic farming with composts and green manures, use of biopesticides and integrated pest management, IPM, efficient irrigation technologies, drip irrigation tensiometers and soil moisture sensors, scheduling based on evapotranspiration data, case studies and global observations. Gulf of Mexico, hypoxic zone, USA. Nutrient runoff from Midwest cornfields. Lake Victoria Basin, East Africa. Pollution from pesticide use in smallholder farms. Yellow River Basin, China. Groundwater depletion and nitrate pollution. Murray-Darling Basin, Australia. Water allocation conflicts between agriculture and ecosystems. Key concepts and terminologies: non-point source pollution, hypoxic zones, nitrate leaching, eutrophication, bioaccumulation, and biomagnification. TDS, total dissolved solids. IWRM, integrated water resource management. Agrohydrology, constructed wetlands, blue water versus green water use in agriculture.